Anyway, I'll shut up, and it's Tom Craven.
Good evening, everybody. Have you enjoyed the music so far? Well, 3 people have. What about the rest of you? I absolutely loved every single act tonight. It's been the most eclectic mixture. It's been gorgeous. So thanks, Ed, for having me down to this to join this plethora of lovely, lovely acts. And as Ed mentioned, this is a homecoming for me. I lived in the flat over the moon for 4 years before I moved up to Milton Keynes. Milton Keynes is so much better than you guys give it credit for. The music scene up there is absolutely stonking. If you like folk, which I think a lot of you do, there's a lot of that up there as well. It's a brilliant place to be. But anyway, without further ado, I'm going to play a little song that I wrote in that flat over there, thanks to my flatmate's son changing the date on those little blocks, probably from over the moon actually. Probably. Yeah, probably. To 91 December. And I thought, that's a fantastic thing. So the first line of this song you might get from that.
It was the 91st day of my December when they laid my body down to the line of fire and began the long walk home. When I wasn't feigning smiles, I swallowing my pride, struggled up for air. It was always one sign to remind me that there's someone there. But it keeps me holding on. Holding on. I'll never know the feeling you get when you look into their eyes, full of whiter smiles and a tug on heartstrings. I'm not sure if I'll ever want another love like mine to take its place, something more deserving and a savior of your grace. Keeps me holding on, barely holding on. But logically it's safer for me to forget the things I see. Let it fall, let me fall at your feet. Now it's time for me to lose myself, retreat, let it fall. Let me fall at your feet. Whoever said that silence was golden and surely heard you speak. Such a waste of breath, just a record on repeat. It was never meant to last, so many moments did pass, living incomplete. I was searching for something and someone that was mine to keep. But it keeps me holding on, barely holding on. Logically it's safer for me to forget the things I seek. Let it fall, let me fall at your feet. Now it's time for me to lose myself, retreat. Let it fall, let me fall at your feet. Our story's never been so sure, always echoes of a darker dawn. We were walking in the silent storm, hand in hand but never holding on. Our story's never been so sure, always echoes of a darker dawn. We were walking in the silent storm, hand in hand but never holding on. Hand in hand but never holding on. Logically it's safer for me to forget the things I seek. Let it fall, let me fall at your feet. Now it's time for me to lose myself, retreat, let it fall, let me fall at your feet. Now it's time for me to lose myself, retreat, let it fall, let me fall at your
Thank you very much. And I do this very often, so you should be privileged. I made a set list for tonight's gig. This is insane for me. I think I've done about 3 ever. So it's really lovely to be here, and I haven't played many gigs since I released a little album last year called Make Yourself Known. That was the first half of the year. And the second half of the year was getting married to my rather lovely wife, who's sat up there at the moment. Hi, Beth. So music's been a bit more quiet this past 6 months. Settling into that world, it's been absolutely gorgeous. And this is a little song about things changing. I wrote this when Trump was coming into power, but I think it's a much nicer song than that man should ever get credit for. It's a little song called A Change in the Papers.
A change in the papers bring about better days. In time it means nothing. It just takes an age. If you read between the headlines, all those words on the page, a change in the papers brings about better days. Whoa, 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 whoa. A change in the papers, find the time from yesterday. Unsolicited sin and the rut we find ourselves in. Ignoring all the headlines, all those words on the page. A change in the papers brings about better days. Whoa, 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 whoa. Down in your papers, forget about better days. I'm lost for words, a sign, a beaten, broken line. The fear in the headlines and the stories they sell. Believe every word that's written. We're all going straight to hell. Oh, 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 a change in the papers bring about better days.
Thank you very, very much. So the musos, everyone else has mentioned the tuning of their guitars, so I should really mention this one as well. For anyone that doesn't recognise it, it has 3 G strings. That's all I can say on the matter. So this is a G-A-D, G-G-D tuning, which I just was messing around with tunings and it just came out, and I think it gives it a nice big sound, a bit like a 12 string, that kind of vibe. So, and it's because I'm lazy and I like using just 2 fingers to play chords. It's really cool. So I'm going to play one more in this tuning and then I'm going to change to my more standard tuning. It's a little song that had some comparisons to little bands like Smashing Pumpkins and Incubus and people like that, and I know John can appreciate things like that. A little Def Leppard, I guess. This is about toxic people and moving on from said toxic people.
Home, I bet you smile from ear to ear. It's not true or wrong, but the things we used to know. I've been walking down the same streets, drinking in the same bar, thinking up the same dreams, living in the same jeans. Bet you smile from ear to ear. Secondhand smoke blows past my eyes. A minute to breathe before you lie. With a shoulder to weep and at a table to speak from, and over and over and over we never learn. But you smile from ear to ear. I was waking up to beauty, but I've learned to live with that. It's a little thing that I can't forget, but I've learned to live without. When I close my eyes I see figures slowly dancing in the dark. Another reason we only faltered from the start. Only faltered from the start. I never wanted a blessing in disguise. We fall too fast and all too soon. When the wrong words unspoken and I'll leave it unbroken, and someday, somehow, we'll be here. And you smile from ear to ear. I miss waking up to beauty, but I've learned to live with that. There's a little things that I can't forget, but I've learned to live without. When I close my eyes I see figures slowly dancing in the dark. Another reasons it was never meant. We only faltered from the start. Only faltered from the start. Only faltered from the start.
Bit of an angsty one, that one, isn't it? Yeah, I was definitely brought up as a kid of the 90s. I was in a punk band and a ska band and all that sort of thing. So it was all about angst and throwing yourself around the stage and getting into acoustic music at the age of 17, thanks to the likes of Damien Rice and people like that. Anyone else like Damien Rice? Yeah. There's a few people in this room, I'm sure. So, the other guys have all mentioned the strange few years we've had with lots of different things happening, and I moved away from Abbots, Langley about 6 years ago, and like my friends and I, we can't even believe it's been 6 years. But as I say, I spent 4 years of my life over the moon, and they're the loveliest people. If you haven't shopped in Over the Moon, go to Over the Moon. Plug. The loveliest people, and an absolute pleasure to know, and lovely to see them here tonight. So thanks, Mel and Sue. So I'm going to play a song which is an ode to those strange years we had a few years back. I was left completely alone in lockdown and all that jazz, and it was a very strange time for me. And this is a song that started off as a love song, then became a tribute to two very, very special people that we sadly lost back in 2017 and 2020. And then it became another love song again. And the way I see this song is it is just genuinely about love and the people we miss and the people that might not be here. And it's about that. So this is a song called New Signals. So if you're feeling soppy, this is one of them. I could have done that completely acoustically, actually. That'd be quite. Get the emotion out of it. There we go.
These moments in time are only a few seconds away. The attempts are all true in trying to make you mine. I saw you too. It was a beautiful rain. I saw in you a beautiful light. It didn't take long to know that something was to blame for the smiles in the night, getting lost in the songs. You brought to me a light. I saw you too. It was a beautiful rain. I saw in you a beautiful light. You signals, you set me up. Sing to me and I'll take you home. Your signals, you set me up. Sing to me and I'll take you home. Whoa.
It's the jazz version.
Writing this song for one, sat at this table for two. Won't you dance until the morning? When you find me in the night, you make me whole once and for all. I saw you too. It was a beautiful rain. I saw it you a beautiful life. You signal, you set me up. Sing to me and I'll take you home. You signal, you set me up. Sing to me and I'll take you home. I've fallen further, I've taken steps to find my way home. I've fallen further, I've taken steps to find my way home. You signals, you set me up. Sing to me and I'll take you home. You signals, you set me up. Sing to me and I'll take you home. You signals, you set me up. Sing to me and I'll take you home. You signals, you set me up. Sing to me and I'll take you home.
Cheers. That's a powerful song for me, so thank you very much for listening so intently. It's, as the guys say, it's playing in pubs and things like that. As we all know, it's a noisy old place. And you go to some open mic nights and they're just talking over you. There's a few that I can name, but I'm not going to because they're still fantastic in their own right. But thank you so much for listening so intently. This is lovely. So what I'm going to do is take it down a bit, and I probably shouldn't have done a fingerstyle song straight after tuning, but hey, we're going to see how this comes out. So I'm going to take it right back to my first album. I brought out an album in 2012, which still blows my mind that I'm a lot older than most people think. And yeah, the first album was in 2012, which still is just insane. But the loveliest thing is the fact I'm still making music as the most glorified hobby ever, so it's great. So this is a song that was originally a strummy song, like most of my songs. And I've recently re-recorded it for a remaster of that first album with, if anybody knows, the lovely pianist, Alex Lee Richards. He plays the local circuit quite a lot, and you've probably seen him with many, many other bands. He's a covers artist and all that jazz. And we did a lovely little version of this recently, so sadly I don't have Alex with me today. But this is a song called Miracles.
The plan is set to lift the suffering of our souls with a decaying form of divine intervention. It's hard to see further than the horizon in this life. Pave your own way, follow your store. The time to act is now, when the act is setting off with the deadliest form of divine intervention. Don't hold your breath for miracles in this life. Pave your own way, follow your own star. Be you and go shine as you once did before. Take time to go try, be the one that's known for the wildest eyes that's always tried to win for what they thought was true. words are on your lips, but the speech is yet to fall with a defeated form of divine intervention. Better check yourself before you wreck yourself. Oh, stand yourself alone. Be the beacon, follow your star, and be you and go shine as you once did before. Take time to go try, be the one that's known for the wildest days that's always tried to win for what they thought was true, was true. Oh, believe me, it's not worth the pain. 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 And be you, and go shine as you once did before. Take time to go try, be the one that's known for the wildest days that's always tried to win for what they thought was true, was true. Miracles don't ring true, same as they did before, and time is all we have, but we still want more.
It's easily the worst song to hit a duff note in, I have to say. But yeah, that was a song off my first album all the way back in the day, and if you do like these songs, then I do have copies of my first album, one copy of an EP in 2015 called In Rivers, which has artwork and photography by my very good friend John Self over there. I invited him out for a beer and he said, "Do you want me to bring my camera?" And I was just like, "Yeah, why not?" Go on. And so yeah, very talented man. Absolute honour to know him. We've been working together for about 20 years now, I think. Something ridiculous. A long time. We've done lots of photo shoots together and things like that. And it's just nice to have creative friends, isn't it? It's really, really cool. Talking of creative friends, this is a song I wrote for that EP, actually. It's about creative friends in a ska band who did very well in a battle of the bands. And then they were way too arrogant to actually follow through with anything, and it was such a shame because they were a very good band. So this is a song that's actually become very pertinent with many of my friends, including the guy in that band, because it's a song called Jimmy Struck Gold.
Gold is the color of all fools unempty. I know how they've tried to move on, but with plenty to lose, and they'll lose. The Jimmy struck gold tonight. Jimmy struck gold tonight. Building up plans whilst we live out the dreams that we may never reach. But we aim high with so much to prove, we may lose. But Jimmy struck gold tonight. Jimmy struck gold tonight. And as fools, they take this for granted. And as fools, they take this for granted. And as fools, they take this for granted. But those fools may just make it, yeah. We wash our hands from dirt that we've made, the time that we've wasted, scrabbling for places to move. that Jimmy struggled tonight. Jimmy struggled tonight. And as fools they take this for granted. And as fools they take this for granted. And as fools they take this for granted. But those fools, they just make it change. Never knew, never said, never told you, never made the mistakes that they knew they'd have to face. Never learned, never lost, never folded, never knew the time to try would be best to cast aside. Never learned, never lost, never folded, never believed. And as fools they take this for granted. And as fools they take this for granted. And as fools they take this for granted. But those fools may just make it, yeah. Chance that they have, it will never leave. They never knew, never said, never told you. But now it's time for them to try again. But it seems that Jimmy struggled tonight.
The end of that story is the fact that they're doing a reunion tour this year. So yeah, it's crazy. They disbanded after this whole fiasco, and they've decided to come back again. Does anybody remember a band called Dr. 8-Ball? This was a while ago now. We're talking Hemel Hempstead bands, which is never, the biggest thing in the world. But yeah, they're doing a bit of a reunion, which is going to be amazing, and I'm really looking forward to it because in my heart I'm a little ska kid from back in the day. So the big shorts, the big chains, and all that sort of thing. So, but anyway, enough of that image in your head of me back in the day. So I've got one more song on my set list, but if I get told to play more, I'll just keep going until you tell me to shut up. So I'm going to swap it over to play the other guitar again. Natter amongst yourselves for a second. So back to the triple G string.
Another joke.
Yeah. So it's lovely to see Steve Warner play tonight. I've been wanting to see this man play for a very long time. We've been on the same circuit for so long, never crossed paths at a gig, so an absolute pleasure. And the guys tonight, Blue Jam, John, Jamie, it's just been an absolute pleasure, it's been lovely. So I'm going to do a big number inspired by people like Frank Turner or the Levellers. We're going down that route now. And this is about finding your feet again after bad times, so I think everyone can relate to this after the past few years we've had. So seriously guys, it's an absolute pleasure. This is a song called Little Steps.
That was the night I knew that I was going to be alright. We spent the evening holding hands and shared our time. You shone a light in my dark, a burning fire that I never thought I'd find. Pick me up when I found my smile. I don't have it all together yet, but you make me. It's the little steps I take to find my feet. It's the bigger steps that I simply haven't found yet. It's the biggest heart that beats inside of me. I'm always losing and it's over and out. It's never ending but it's over for now. Finding sweetness in the silence and alone inside the dark. It's never ending but it's over for now. That was the night I knew that I was going to be alright. We spent the evening holding hands and shared our time. Shine a light in my dark, a burning fire that I never thought I'd find. Pick me up and I'll find my smile. I don't have it all together yet, but you make me. It's the little steps I take to find my feet. It's the biggest steps that I simply haven't found yet. But it's the biggest heart that beats inside of me. I'm always losing and it's over and now. It's never ending but it's over for now. Finding sweetness in the silence, stand alone inside the dark. It's never ending but it's over for now. I don't have it all together yet, but you make me. It's the little steps I take to find my feet. It's the biggest steps that I simply haven't found yet. But it's the biggest heart that beats inside of me. I'm always losing and it's over and out. It's never ending but it's over for now. Finding sweetness in the silence and alone inside the dark. Never ending but it's over for now.
Thank you so much, everybody. My name is Tom Craven. I do have some CDs as well. There are prices on them, but if you could just spare whatever you have in your pocket, that'd be amazing. Just take one home with you and have a listen. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, Ed.
Thank you. Thanks to all the performers. Thank you for the journeys you've taken us on and the connections you've made with each other and also with the audience. So, John, Jamie, Catherine, Simon, Blue Jam, Steve, and Tom. And I just want to say a big thank you to all the volunteers tonight on the door and on the bar. Thank you to them. And lastly, not quite lastly, second lastly, Jorge. Our sound man, who is a sound man. And lastly, thank you to everyone who's attended tonight. Those of you who haven't been before, please spread the word. This building was built for the community of Abbots, Langley, and long may it serve it, and even people from Bedfordshire and Oxfordshire. Have a great bank holiday weekend, and hopefully see as many of you for a Midsummer Night's Dream on the 21st of June. Thank you.